Fellas, in this video, I want to share with you 6 ways you are disrespecting yourself without even realizing it. Let's go ahead and get right into it. The first way that you are disrespecting yourself is that you neglect your health. Most of y'all are not in the gym. You don't care what you're putting in your body, and you're not growing on a spiritual level either. So it's really important to understand that basically you want to get in the gym. You want to be doing some type of physical activity. Also, you want to be prioritizing your mental health too. You want to be sharpening that muscle as well, building your self-awareness, building your emotional intelligence. These are core components and foundational stuff that all of us men need. So make sure that you stop neglecting yourself. The second way that you are disrespecting yourself without even realizing it is that you sleep with anybody. You got a horrible screening system. You'll just lay down with anybody who's giving you some attention. And look, I've been here before too. I was in my teens and in my 20s and was just happy to get some, happy to be at the party. I understand. But as you're getting older, man, you want to realize that that exchange is very powerful, all right? And you want to have some value within yourself. You want to have some stock within yourself too, and realize that not everybody deserves that access to you, right? Yeah, it's fun. It's, you know, you're having a good time, but it ain't all fun and games when you end up having a kid with somebody that you don't want to spend the rest of your life with, all right? And I'm not trying to take this video to that degree, but you want to be mindful of who you're laying down with, all right? Because when you're not, you're just disrespecting yourself. The third way that you are disrespecting yourself without realizing it is that you never say no. You are too much of a nice guy. You don't know how to set boundaries for yourself. This is something that I had to learn too, how to set boundaries for myself, not necessarily being a nice guy. But people can take advantage of you when you don't have any clear lines for yourself, when you ain't got no boundaries. And then you struggle with that tough time telling them no. And when you say yes, you feel guilty about it. You mad at them because you couldn't say no. So that's one thing that you really want to focus on. That is a key sign that you are disrespecting yourself. That is an aspect of your life that you want to strengthen and that you want to highlight and start learning how to set boundaries for yourself. The fourth way that you're disrespecting yourself is that you're putting other people before you. Now, I'm all for being of service to people. If somebody needs help moving some furniture and I can help them out, I'm going to be there to help them out. If I can't, I have to let them know as well, too, and not feel guilty for letting them know. But what I'm saying is you prioritize other people's needs before your needs. And like I said, it's cool to be of service, but also you want to have that balance. You can't pour from an empty cup. So you can't keep giving of yourself and giving of yourself to the point where you're empty, you dry, and people aren't getting the best version of you. So sometimes we struggle not putting ourselves first in fear of feeling that guilt and in fear of feeling that we're letting somebody down. All right, but you're not. And it's important to learn how to prioritize yourself. It's not selfish, it's selfless. The fifth way that you disrespect yourself is that you over-explain yourself. This is something that I deal with too. I have to be very mindful of this. You don't always have to explain yourself to the point to make sure that somebody just understands you from every angle. It's too much, all right? It's okay to not be understood to the fullest. It's okay to leave some gaps in there, and it's okay to leave a bit of wonder. You know what I mean? You don't have to connect the dots for everybody that you're interacting with. You're really just going to upset yourself because you're going to get so mad that people aren't understanding you. You know, for example, like sometimes when I'm sending emails, you know, to my ex or something like that, or to a therapist or something like that, I tend to over explain, you know, and there's no need for me to have to do that. Just keep it to the facts, keep it logical, keep it short. You know, I don't got to be sitting here trying to like convince somebody of anything. That's what it is. We tend to convince people, or we have a desire to convince people of where we're coming from and who we really are and how they should see us. And we're too worried about this image that they may have of us. All right. So stop worrying about that. Stop over explaining yourself so much. Hey, fellas, if this video is providing you with any value, do me a favor and hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you know when I make more content just like this. All right. Now, for this last sign that you are disrespecting yourself without even realizing it, it's that you overreact emotionally. You let your emotions get the best of you. This is something that I struggled with. Talk about this in a ton of my videos. If you are interested in working on this and improving your emotional intelligence, make sure you check out my playlist, all right? But ultimately, this is hella disrespectful to yourself because when you react emotionally or when you overreact to things, what you're telling people is that you don't have any self-control. You don't know how to stay grounded. You don't know how to regulate yourself. You don't know how to go for a walk and just disconnect for a minute. That's what it's showing people. You want to learn how to be able to regulate your emotions. You want to learn how to be able to speak up and say, hey, I need a moment to myself. This is not the best time to be talking about this. Can we get back to this at some point? Because right now, this ain't the time. and being able to gain that confidence within yourself so that you can learn how to respond to things and not react. But fellas, I just wanted to give you these 6 signs that you were disrespecting yourself. If these resonate with you and this is something you want to work on one-on-one, be sure to reach out to me. I'll leave the link in the description, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.